this has got to be a hard time for Chrisean Rock. Not so much for Blueface because that's just the type of dude he is. He's on image, but he tries to pretend like he doesn't care about the feelings and how things affect others from his action. But Chrisean, a lot of people were rooting for her and was hoping that she didn't go back with Blueface. And if she did go back to Blueface, it's quite different because it's not like a relationship like yours and mine where we put our family in our business and our friends and they stay in our business. And then we're back with that person that we dogged the relationship out to. And now we're back in that relationship and we don't want to face it because we feel embarrassed. It's different for Chrisean Rock because this is how she gets her bread and butter. And I'm quite sure that is um, one thing that's playing a role over and over in her head, that these people made me who I am. Without these people, there would not be any fame or fortune. And I really feel like if she is not knowing how to compromise, and when I say compromise, knowing how to please the relationship she perhaps might be back in with Blueface. And I'm just saying, in my opinion, she might be back with Blueface and does not know how to face the public. Um, or compromise that she has to come to terms that the people who've made her successful and famous and who Chrisean Rock is and has made it where she's able to live the lifestyle that she has to live, she also owes an explanation to them. A lot of people might say she doesn't owe an explanation to anybody, and that is true to a certain extent. But when you're a social media influencer and you're also a rapper and your work is public, you're a public figure. This is how you make your money. And without these people, you would not be living the way that you're living, getting the kind of love that you get. And you do kind of sort of do owe an explanation. She's still human. I do believe that if she is back with Blueface, and I do have a gut feeling, I'm not really gonna get into it. I'm kind of sort of hoping that Chrisean Rock comes clean on her own without somebody having to speak up for her and break the ice. I think that, her friends and family, um they're doing a good job at, biting their tongue about the situation and the confessions that we have not yet heard. And that's a good thing. We don't know how long it's gonna last. Always remember, it's easy for Chrisean right now to paint a picture of that is war going on and that she's being Debo because right now Blueface owes 14 million to a club owner, and he's gonna debo her because he feels as though he has made her who she is, and he's gonna expect for her to help pay the debt back. And if he goes to jail, people are gonna blame her, all that guilt trip thing. But also remember, just like in a non-famous relationship, like our kind of relationships, we're not famous. In a famous relationship, it can also seem like it's war going on the way we're seeing it from our eyes and from how we're hearing it with our ears, because we're seeing people in pictures. They're looking like gang members on one side, and then we're hearing from the other side. It just seems like everybody's warring and protecting, and in particular protecting Chrisean Rock from Blueface or whoever his minions are that could be threatening her. Beside Blueface, it could seem to be that way when it is a public relationship, two famous people, rich people who have gotten back together, and they put both sides of their family in the middle of the relationship through the good and the bad. Now they can't get them out of it, and it's just playing out publicly on, national, display. And so people are just now giving their 2 cents and opinions on what they think is going down. Oh, there's a war going on, and her family, Chrisean's family, is trying to protect her. They're out to get Chrisean Rock and Junior. Junior is not safe, and this is not fair. What Chrisean's going through. And she's probably being blackmailed because she also has her own legal issues. It could appear that way, and all it could honestly be, and I'm just giving you a hint, is that they're back together. And I think, in my opinion, on Chrisean Rock's part, I don't think she's comfortable yet bringing that to anybody's attention, that you know, she got back with Blueface, or they have um maybe a relationship with benefits, let's put it like that, where you can say that they're back together. um but maybe also Chrisean doesn't want to tell anybody at this point, because she's trying to wait to see how far the civilization goes between the relationship first, before she announces that maybe she's back with Blueface, because they don't stay friends for long before they're at each other's throat. And why really quickly announce that, yeah, I'm trying to, you know, like they say, I'm trying to do co-parenting or whatever. I'm trying to be in Blueface's life, and vice versa, for the strength of Junior. Junior needs his father and a mother, and I want to co-parent, and all this nonsense that we always hear on social media, when people just don't want to say flat out that they're trying to make it work again because they're in love with each other, or they think that they're in love with each other, and they just don't know how to let that toxic relationship go. Um, but we're gonna stay tuned. I think we're getting really close to the answer to why we have not heard too much from Chrisean. And I think Blueface has been quiet compared to how he can be when Chrisean and him are at each other's throat. I think that there's more to what meets the eye. I think it's more to what we are seeing in pictures, and what people are saying to us. I really think that things are going to definitely go back to normal again, probably the way the media likes it anyways, because drama sells, which is really sad. Because why can't happiness sell too, to young entrepreneurs making money? And in this case, right now, they should be kind of settling down, trying to make money moves together, because they're better together than apart on the money tip, especially with Blueface having a financial situation like this going on. And I don't think bankruptcy is gonna just be the end all be all for him. He's gonna have to definitely face the piper and pay the piper. So in this case, you would think people would just be rooting for peace and harmony, but that's not where it's at. That's not what sells. That's not how you get clout, and that's not how you get the bag, and they know that. But you know, for a hot little second, it did make it believable that she was running, scared for her life, and juniors. But I honestly don't think that that is what the case is. I think it's a normal situation going on behind the scenes. Only thing that's not normal is that they're celebrities, and they make a lot more money than the average Joe, and their life is public. That's the only thing that's different. The things that we do behind closed doors that are similar or the same as Chrisean Rock and Blueface, we're not rich. We're not anyone that anyone cares anything about. Nobody wants to hear our business. We're not rappers or actors or anything of importance. But the only thing different again with these two couples is that they're powerhouses. They're rappers, and they are in the media, and they're nationwide, worldwide, known around the globe, and they're making money, serious money, and they're living good, and their life, their relationship is publicized, and they get scrutiny and criticism, and the last people they want to get the criticism from, or for them to like, fall off is their fans, because that's how they make their bread and butter. So we got to look at the whole, the whole picture before we just make the judgment. But y'all stay tuned. I will keep you posted. There's some other things I want to share with you, but we'll piecemeal it so that I don't bombard you with too much stuff at one time, because there's a lot going on.